So, Furniture Physicians here again. What are we working on this week? Well, I've had a lot of requests lately um, asking us about our white and black lacquer effects that we do, and I thought this giant piece would be a good one because we're going to do this in white. This is a Pennsylvania House brand, two-piece china. You have an upper section and a lower china bottom. Makes it very convenient to get in and out of houses as opposed to a one-piece unit. Uh, and what has been done with this, probably in the 1980s or so, an old master's graining kit, I believe, has been used on this to turn it to this lovely green color that no longer seems to work with anybody's interiors. Um, this is a very complex piece as far as the way the trim is made, the dental molding up top, and all that good stuff. And they're kind of complicated. They're not easy to do. Again, we'll be barrier coating this and sealing it in a clear sealer to get above the all those effects. And over here, you'll notice that we really take these things apart. We pull all the glass out and get them down to their componentry. We got the drawers down here from the inside. And I'd like to point out, for those of you who are doing a DIY thing, maybe where you're restoring one of these pieces or trying to overcoat it, look at all the trim that holds in all that glass. All the little screws, all the brass trimware that holds the shelves up, and all that good stuff. There's a lot to these pieces. Like I said, you're going to spend some time on it. Even for us, we'll probably put anywhere from probably 20, maybe 25 hours into the whole project. And it'll be a really nice looking white when we're all done with it. Another thing I'd kind of like to show you is a hazard concerning some of these older hutches from the 70s and 80s. If you look down here, this is a 3 transformer light set that we took out of the inside of this. We would ordinarily probably take a light set like this out and then reinstall it when we're done. We will not be reinstalling this. We consider these pretty dangerous, to be honest with you. They were UL approved at the time, but you know, there were a lot of hazards put into vehicles and furniture that we now know weren't such a good idea. The problem with these is actually, if you look at one of the light units itself, there on the right, you will see this little silver canister. Those are kind of the problem. They're a starter that starts the light. And then there's the fact that there's the transformer itself. These things all generate heat, can generate sparks, and they're just not a good thing to have in the top of a piece like this. They can cause a lot of problems. But like I said, other than that, we've got a really nice piece of furniture to go ahead and make white. It'll look great when it's all done. Let me step back here one more time, let you just see how big this piece is. It's pretty good size. It's over 6 feet tall, and it's about like, I think almost 6 feet long, and not real deep, but that, I think that's kind of a good thing in a lot of ways. But yeah, this will be a nice looking piece when it's all done. We'll see you later. So we're back, and we have a bunch of white stuff now. You can see the doors, and all that's white, 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 white. Again, this is all sprayed on. We do a clear barrier sealer actually before we get into get into that with the white. And this is still actually drying somewhat, but I thought we'd just take some interim pictures here. And this is all white, white, white. And you can see this. Again, this is just kind of showing you where we're going. We'll get some more pictures here when we get this all together. And we'll see you. Bye. So we're back on our white piece. Looking pretty good. That's the China bottom. Definitely all white. We got a piece of plastic laying on the top because we are going to display it up so I can send pictures to the customer how it turned out. Let me whip around the corner here. We got sunlight coming in here real crazy, but you kind of get the idea, I think. And again, we'll get it displayed here a little bit better. It turned out really nice. We assume there's glass shells that go on this. They kept them back. There were no wood shells with it, so hopefully the customer has them. I didn't really ask. They just said, here's the China, please take it. So anyway, we'll get this mounted up, let you have a look at it. See ya. Okay, so here we are. I really have to back up, get a shot of this thing. It's huge. We have it up on a cart too, so we can move it around the shop, but kind of get the idea. It's very nice. One thing I would warn people a little bit, if you're DIYing something like this, see all that glass? All that glass has to come out, do your work, and then be put back in. This is bubble glass. It's actually shaped. You can see a little bit of the shape to it. Be very careful with bubble glass. That's going to be one of those things where if you shatter a piece, well, you're probably not going to find replacement bubble glass. You're probably going to have to go with regular flat glass and probably replace it all. So try to be careful. I would not hammer the trim back in. I would be inclined to spot glue it and or use what's called a brad squeezer to squeeze brads into the sticks that hold everything, the trim. Looks pretty good though. We're going to open it up and let you see inside here, so hang on. Okay, so we opened a few things just to let you see in here. We make it all white when we do it, inside, out, everything. You can see the trim that mounts all that glass in. It's perimeter trim, top piece, bottom piece, side pieces. And the small brass clips you see in there are what will hold the shells. We don't like to coat those because that kind of gets messy and it can also make them fit extremely tightly. I would just rather leave them as the brass that they are, and then the shells can go in. So anyway, pretty neat piece, all done. See ya.